Bluesky, the alternative Twitter or X, is next up on the chopping block. Its subscribers and app downloads are dropping like you can't believe. And now, the Holly Weirds might be ready to leave because it turns out Bluesky was a hive of villainy. We'll tell you what's going down, including Keira Knightley having enough. I guess you could say it's starting to look a little rough for Bluesky. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and yes, we still use that kind of gendered language here. Welcome back to yet another video of excellence right here on the Pro Channel. As we dive in, click the like button. We've got some stats that they're rather exclusive, things that nobody in the Legacy Drive-By Going Extinct Dinosaur media would ever tell you, but we're happy to do so. Drop a comment down below and let's go, let's go. The Hollywood Love Fest with Bluesky is coming to an end because they keep melting down over those who hold the crown of the Holly Weirds. This is by Marvin Montanaro. It's out of That Park Place, the website that if you're not yet bookmarked to it, well, you should be. And it's also teamed up now with geeksandgamers.com. Go check out both websites. Bluesky melts down over Keira Knightley's call for respect after J.K. Rowling questioned, there she is. Isn't she lovely? Bluesky, the platform often marketed as a friendlier alternative to X, oh yeah, is currently melting down in a rage. Users there have spent the past several days unleashing a torrent of abuse towards actress Keira Knightley, not because she said anything hateful or controversial, but because she dared to suggest that people with different opinions should learn to live together. Yes, really. And here are some of those Bluesky meltdowns. You can see there, possibly one of, if not the worst response I have ever seen from anyone involved in the Harry Potter franchise. What was that laugh about? Wow.
That really ticked them off.
Wow. I went from having no opinions on her or barely knowing about her to knowing that she is a disgusting person. That is from Sleepy Skeely at bluesky.social. Yeah, and I'm sure Keira just is really, she has no opinions on you and didn't know anything about you. Trixie says, after seeing her reaction, I wouldn't be surprised if she's a TERF. It just keeps going. The others are so bad we can't read them, right? This is the meltdown that's happening. Marvin, walk us through. I know folks want to go check out this article. Why is Bluesky melting down over this?
So she was asked a very, leading question. I think they were trying to get her to make a political statement against J.K. Rowling. And they were like, well, you took this role. She's going to be Professor Umbridge in book 5 in the Harry Potter audiobook series that's coming out that is completely voiced by actors playing the different roles. And she said that she was not aware of any of the controversies and then laughed. And she was like, yeah, sorry, I'm not aware about that. But, we need to find a way to live together. And that call for peace, that call for calm, that call for not freaking out about everything was enough to earn her the condemnation of the blue place over there. And
Bluesky.
They all started to dogpile on her and say horrible things about her. And, now she's the Austrian painter mustache man in their mind.
Yes. Well, folks, hang on just a minute. We're going to get to how Bluesky is going bye-bye and why Hollywood has had enough of even Bluesky. Like, it's over now for Bluesky. We'll get to it. I'll show it to you definitively. And it's not going to be one of those things where you say, oh, Pro gave us his opinion and I disagree. No, I'm going to give you the stats and you're going to say, that sucker is DEAD. But before we do, I want to show you that Keira is good at this sort of thing. She's been doing it for a long time. She knows how to handle the trolls, whether they're in IRL or from the Bluesky Twitter alternative. This is from Variety. Keira Knightley fought back against the paparazzi by wearing the same clothes every day and standing still if they followed her. One day I stood there for 5 hours, she says. Here's what Keira Knightley had to say. In a separate interview, she says, it was mostly a very mean name they'd shout. Another bad name sometimes. Particularly if I was with someone, a boyfriend, my brother, or my dad, they were trying to get a reaction out of them, provoking people into punching them so they could sue. And that was the time the crashes started happening. They were forcing people off the roads, then getting even bigger money for pictures of a crashed actress or whatever. And then Britney shaved her head, so it was like, great, we can push them into doing something blanking crazy. If I was being followed, I stopped walking. I'd literally stand there, stock still. One day I stood there for 5 hours. If you're still there, I'm not going. I'm not going to move. And then it wasn't valuable for them if it was always me in the same clothes standing still. There's only so many times you can write, ooh, she's wearing the same clothes with a photo of me standing still. It gets boring. In other words, she knows how to handle these people. And that's fantastic. I love her moxie. And I love, folks, that we get to now drop down for you just how much Blue Sky is dropping down and why it's all blues for them when it comes to Hollywood. They have lost influence. And if there's one thing that Hollywood can't stand, if there's one thing that the social media freaks can't possibly stomach, it's no influence. These are the Blue Sky downloads, the app. And would you look at that, since May of this year and continuing right through July, these are the most recent numbers we have. We'll get to the website that is hosting this. Blue Sky app downloads are down where they were all the way back in June of 2024 before it launched up into the stratosphere and then crashed harder than Mark Hamill's career. Blue Sky is in serious decline. How bad is it? Well, Culture, look at this. The website that was hosting that last image is right here. It's Backlinko or Backlink. I don't know. But here's what it says. Blue Sky has 4.1 million daily active users as of June 2025. Now, look at this. This is what's amazing. 4.1 million daily active users, but 11% of registered users are using the app on a daily basis. So I'm not sure about the 4.1 million daily active users. I don't think Blue Sky has 40 million registered users. So it makes me wonder, is that 11% really the 11% of 4.1 million? And is it 400,000 that are actively using it? That seems more right to me. Culture, whatever the case might be, this is an app going away. It's got the same kind of downloads it had back in April of 2023 when nobody had heard it. In fact, I would say no, it has half the app downloads as it had in April of 2023 when nobody had heard it. This has lost all of its bluster. And now that they're going after Hollywood A-listers, that won't stand. Your thoughts, Culture?
No, I think you're 100% right. I mean, this has been trending downward very aggressively. This is usually what happens to companies before the spiral leads to, financial issues where they're asking for other people's money to support them again. I don't know why anybody goes on this, that it's full of hate and vitriol. The minute someone like me joins, I'm usually going to be banned in about 2 or 3 minutes. So I think it's because they try to cater to, specifically minded people, that people have now seen what those people are capable of and what they praise and what they shout down. And they go, I don't really need to be here. I can make better decisions over on X or even Threads or any of these other, also rans compared to.
It's no longer useful Twitter. To them, Culture. It was something to get headlines about right after the election, but now it doesn't do them any good.
And again, I mean, you can still vent your spleen over on X even if you don't have a following. And the problem with Blue Sky is a lot of these people don't really have much of a following. I mean, who's over there right now? You have a coked out horror writer, and you have a washed up Star Wars actor, and and those are the people of note. It doesn't get much better over there, and I mean, you can get their opinions elsewhere. A lot of people will share the stupidity from Blue Sky on X, and I appreciate that because, well, there's a lot of dumb. I don't know. I mean, did there need to be an alternative to X? Yeah, but we already had several. And the problem is they targeted the ones that more conservative voices participated in, like Parler. You guys remember that? Or let's say they definitely went after Minds and Getter. Minds was, basically set up based on very libertarian mindsets. And Getter was just a replacement for Gab, which was also targeted very early. It's strange how once Elon took over X, Twitter, they were demonized, and these people went running over to something they thought Jack would give them. Jack ran away from it. What does that tell you?
Did you guys see that the White House and like all of the big Trump administration departments all went on Blue Sky this past week for the first time?
The weekend? Yeah, I thought that was great.
I just started posting and people were losing their minds.
Giant trolling. Yeah, it was a good time.
I honestly think that Blue Sky has been a great service to all of us because it got the Mark Hamills off of Twitter. And that's a gift. I know he came back, but at least for a short period of time, they went to a new hive right? And they buzzed around there. They're coming back, but it's been a pleasant experience with them. You know, and I want all kinds of opinions on X. I'm not against free speech at all. In fact, I'm an advocate of it. If people want to say things that are offensive to me, that's part of free speech, and I say go ahead. But the people who are kind of pathological, they're the ones who work their way on over to Bluesky, and now it's frankly damaging to Hollywood because there's this conglomeration of crazies sitting on Bluesky, and they don't care that Keira Knightley probably agrees with them on 99%. She stepped outside the orthodoxy, right? She said something they disagree with, so they are going to say some of the most awful, terrible things about her, and it doesn't matter how much you've supported them. It doesn't matter how much you agree with them. You say one wrong thing, and by golly, they'll oust you, right? They're like little lemmings tossing you off the mountain the minute you say something that they disagree with, even in the most minuscule way.
Yeah, that's J.K. Rowling how that worked out for her. It's incredible that people like Mark Hamill and them leaving for X. We all knew they were going to come back. It was like Sin from Final Fantasy X. Like you defeat it, and there's the calm for a little while where you get to enjoy life without worrying, and then it comes back eventually.
And you can see it in the chart, Ron. You can see it in the chart. I mean, since May of this year, and we believe the numbers are dropping actually still. This thing is toast. It's back to when it was. Nobody knew what the heck it was.
I can't help but think that the chart is looks like
a middle finger.
Yeah. It's just kind of there you go, Bluesky. That's what you get. I feel like I want to say I think I joined Bluesky to check it out for a minute, and I swear I looked at some posts and then just deleted it. I might have a Bluesky account. I don't know. I don't do anything with it, but again, I just feel like there's so much social media anyway, and it's very, very difficult. I mean, you've already got Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, X, and YouTube, and there's just so much social media. So you have to make a decision. Everybody that uses social media has to make a decision on where they're going to post, where they're going to look, and it really can't be all over. I don't use Threads. I'm constantly being asked by some entity or another to use Threads, and I don't even use Threads because I just feel like it's pointless. The Threads feels pointless. Bluesky feels pointless to me. Over the weekend, there were tons of accounts that I got flooded with about the No King's Day, and that were in favor of it. So clearly, there's plenty of people on both sides on X, and I know that we don't like, obviously this is a non-monopoly country, but when you try to compete with something that you can't compete with, you're going to lose. And I think that's really what has happened with Bluesky. There's really no competition, and certainly no financial incentive for the company to attempt to stay open.
That's right. Jonas, can I throw you a deep retro cut?
Sure.
Is Bluesky the Air America of our age?
Yes, it is. I don't know. Is Al Franken over there on Bluesky? Probably so. I wouldn't be surprised if Oberman's over there, or any of that cadre of people that are, MSNBC is where a lot of them ended up going, and there's all kinds of audience for people who get to fill in one spot and have the momentum of a cable channel pushing their way. But Air America was supposed to be the thing that took down conservative media on AM radio. And what that really means is trying desperately to compete with Rush Limbaugh, which that there were very few people who could actually do that. Dave Ramsey might have done that in like one market for a little while there, but Rush Limbaugh was obviously the king of the space. Bluesky, I'm glad that Bluesky exists. I like the idea of everybody over there feeling free to say whatever it is they think that they're not free to say on X, because that's informationally, that's great. We know who to put on a watch list.
Hey, I'm just saying they give Blue a bad name. The Hollyweirds don't understand how it is we do what we do, bringing you video after video every single day of the utmost highest excellence and quality. But folks, we do it because of you. We appreciate you. You are seen and heard here on the Pro Channel. Make your voices heard, folks, by doing one last thing before we say goodbye for a short time. Consider clicking the like button. Share, subscribe, and you know what? That notification bell, click it and stick it to the algorithms. Also, drop a comment down below and let us know your thoughts. And don't forget, folks, we've got even more content on the way. If you'd like to become a member, it's just the price of a soda per month, and you'll gain access to all kinds of exclusive content beyond what the public sees, including archival footage of the Pro Show that goes away after just a few days from its public release. Folks, we hope we get the honor of spending time with you again soon, and until then, keep learning, keep growing, and as always, keep having fun.
Jump into the water. Why listen to music made by people and companies who really don't like you? Check out Vacation Radio today and prepare for all new content made by the people behind the WDW Pro Channel. It's the place you need for all the music. That should be fun. Hundreds of songs, every genre you can imagine. Listen live on YouTube and enjoy a set list that's always sunny. It's Vacation Radio. What are you waiting for? Every WDW Pro video has a link to Vacation Radio in the video description. Try it out and subscribe today.